She looked me dead in the eye and said, "You just don't understand how real jobs work." That's when I realized this girl wasn't just ungrateful, she was arrogant. So when karma came knocking, I didn't lift a finger to stop it. If you've ever worked tirelessly just to be disrespected by someone who thinks they're better than you, this story will hit you deeply. Hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready because this is one of the most satisfying doses of petty justice you'll hear today. I was 22, broke, and surviving off dollar menu dinners and caffeine. My two roommates and I worked in fast food. Night shifts, grease burns, constant "you forgot the ketchup" arguments from customers. We weren't living the dream, but we had each other. We shared a tiny, beat-up apartment with peeling paint, flickering lights, and a leaky bathroom tap that whined all night like a ghost that never left. Rent was tight, but we made it work. Every month was a delicate dance of paychecks, coins, and late-night math. Then came Jess. Jess was one of our roommates, and for a while, she was cool. Kind of funny, kind of lazy, but whatever. Until she lost her job. At first, we understood. She promised it was temporary, said she'd help around the house while we covered her share, just for now. We believed her. Because that's what roommates do when you're all struggling together. You believe each other. So when the rent came due, and she couldn't pay, the three of us scraped our wallets dry to cover her part. I remember counting my tips from the drive-thru that night, crumpled, greasy bills that should have been my grocery money, just to keep her from being evicted. And then, 2 weeks later, everything changed. Jess landed a new job, a bank teller position, and suddenly she acted like she had graduated from the trenches, like she was above us. You could see it in the way she carried herself. Straighter posture, fake smile, expensive perfume that didn't belong in our broken-down apartment. We were genuinely happy for her at first. A better job meant she could finally pay us back. When her first paycheck came, we expected relief, maybe a pizza night to celebrate. Instead, she came home and said, "I can't cash my check during work hours. I'll pay you guys in a couple of days." Fair enough. We gave her the benefit of the doubt. Then Friday came. She waltzed in with a huge shopping bag. Shoes, makeup, clothes, you name it. I asked, trying to stay calm, "Hey Jess, any chance you got to cash your check today?" She barely looked up. "Oh, no. I had to buy professional clothes for work. You know, dress code stuff." My other roommate tried to reason with her. "Jess, we covered your rent last month. We're barely hanging on here. You promised you'd pay us back first." That's when she dropped the mask. She scoffed, actually scoffed. "You guys just don't understand what it's like having a real job. You're flipping burgers. I'm working in finance now." It wasn't what she said. It was how she said it. Like we were beneath her. Like she had ascended to some kind of throne made of polyester blazers and cheap lipstick. The room went silent. I felt my hands shaking. Not because I was scared, but because it burned. The unfairness of it. The arrogance. We'd sacrificed for her, and this is how she thanked us? She walked into her room, slammed the door, and cranked up her music. That was the night I decided I was done being the nice one. The following week, karma presented itself like a gift wrapped in irony. It was Saturday morning. I was sitting in the kitchen drinking instant coffee when Jess stumbled out frantic. Her hair was a mess, eyes wide. "Have you seen my name tag?" she asked, breathless. "I need it for work. My manager said I'll get written up if I lose another one." I shrugged. "Haven't seen it." But the universe has a funny sense of humor. Later that day, while looking for my shoes under the couch, I spotted something shiny tucked between the cushions. Her name tag. For a split second, my brain said, "Be nice, tell her, end this." Then the other part of me, the one still tasting humiliation from that night, whispered, "Let her sweat." I didn't move it, didn't touch it, didn't say a word. For the next 2 days, I watched as Jess tore that apartment apart. She flipped couch cushions, dumped drawers, even accused another roommate of hiding it. She was spiraling, pacing the living room, muttering to herself, anxiety written all over her face. Meanwhile, that little piece of plastic sat exactly where she had dropped it, silent, waiting, poetic. By Sunday night, she was near tears. Ugh, I'm going to look like such an idiot at work, she groaned. I took another sip of my coffee and said gently, "Guess that's what happens when you think you're better than everyone else." She glared at me, but said nothing. Monday morning rolled around. She left early, flustered, holding her bag like a lifeline. That evening, she came back in silence. No new clothes, no smug attitude, just quiet. Turns out, she had to go to HR, explain she lost her name tag, and pay a fee to replace it. Her manager lectured her about professionalism, and she hated every second of it. She never found the original name tag, and the whole time, I knew exactly where it was. Did I hide it? No. Did I steal it? No. I just didn't help. Sometimes justice doesn't need action, just patience. A few weeks later, we gave her an ultimatum: pay the rent she owed or move out. She tried to play the victim, said we were being unfair, said friends don't treat each other this way. But by then, the sympathy tank was empty. We'd been used, disrespected, and talked down to, and we were done. We kicked her out. She left in a storm of insults and slamming doors, dragging her fancy, professional clothes in garbage bags down the stairs. As soon as she was gone, the apartment felt lighter, quiet, peaceful. For the first time in months, I could breathe. The best part? A few days after she left, while cleaning the couch, I finally pulled out the name tag. There it was, Jess, First National Bank, shiny, untouched, and still sitting where Karma had placed it. I held it up to the light and couldn't help but laugh. That tiny plastic badge had caused her 2 days of chaos, a lecture from her boss, and the exact humiliation she'd earned. Poetic, simple, and satisfying. Sometimes the universe writes its own revenge story. You just have to let it play out. Some people think karma takes years, but sometimes it hides under your couch and strikes when you least expect it. The lesson? Don't bite the hand that fed you rent. If that revenge gave you chills, hit that like button and tell me in the comments, have you ever let karma do the dirty work for you? And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that prove one thing: the universe always keeps the receipts.